Welcome everyone, this is Pineleaf, and today we are starting out a new series where we'll be taking a look at the latest race in Dungeons & Dragons Online, the Shifter.
Judging from the old bones scattered on the floor, something large and dangerous has lived in this cave for some time. But the
As
flicker
you
of
can hear,
torchlight ahead suggests that there have been some more recent arrivals.
we are running the one of the quests in Keep of the Borderlands. I guess we'll start out, actually, there is something this way, isn't there? Yes, we are running this. I am playing a cleric. Now, this might not be the perfect combination for the shifter, but I've chosen my class also based on another challenge that I'm working on, and the two classes I have left to play are the shifter and the monk, and I thought the monk would be an even less likely one. Somehow, a rage class and the discipline of the monk just didn't sound like they would go together. Now, this is where I had to fight,
As you approach the chest,
yeah, one of these
something
things.
drips down from the ceiling.
Usually I use ranged combat, but I don't have any ranged combat skills on this character. It looks like I just have turn undead, a couple of things to enhance my abilities. So I'm a fighting cleric here. I do have some healing, but that's just about it. I should have gone with a custom line for my cleric in order to help with that. Something to consider, especially when I choose. Oh, yes. Especially when I get lost completely. Haha. Let's get out of here. Now that I finally found my way back, let's toss the lever and see how I'm doing. So right now I feel like almost more like a fighter than a cleric. And remember to keep these going. Oh, somebody is shooting at me. So let's take care of that. Let's open the lever and take care of
The
whoever's
cult of
inside.
evil chaos has set up camp in this cave, with the goal of capturing and taming the beast that lives within.
Good to hear that. Now, let's break as much as you can because this is DDO, where you get bonuses for breaking. Not that I really need XP bonuses, because by the time I finish the 7 quests here, I'll be more than ready. Usually, I hit the cap for XP without leveling because whenever I play Keep on the Borderlands, I do not level up to level 2 until I finish up
With the Beastmaster defeated, you must
the
now confront
first
the creature
7
keeping up
quests
the flame.
here. And I do the last one at level 2. In other words, I do all the quests here at level. There you go. One advantage I have is I do have healing, which could maybe come in a little bit handy. Why I need an amber vial? I don't know, but that's another matter. Hello! I'm trying to hit this one and I kill that one? Well, that shows you how my aim is like. Good grief. Now, usually I run the bear traps around here and I have a high enough. Well, yeah, I should be able to see them. I think you'd have to be a rogue in order to get rid of
You
them.
spot skittering vermin inside the cavern chamber ahead. You can also see the nest of something much larger.
Much larger. Well, grab the rats. Now I could kill the owlbear.
You've slain the owlbear, ending the cult's plan to make the beast into a weapon they could use against the residents of the valley.
Anything useful here? Well, actually, just because that shield is a bit of an upgrade. Yeah, quite a bit of an upgrade. Okay, good. Let's see, the cloak. Well, I don't have a cloak currently, so anything that gives me a bonus is good. Has only has Dex +1, but I could maybe take care of that at some point in the future. And I think that means it's time for us to. Oops! Oh, that was stupid. Yeah. How, with a wisdom score like that, how did I become a cleric? Now let's see if we could take some treasure from a minotaur.
The door behind you seals shut as you enter. There's now only one way to go. Forward. That's fine with you, as this cave is said to contain much treasure. A burly minotaur stands behind a magical barrier, guarding a pile of treasure. Always more. Always more. The minotaur snorts. Greed draws you adventurers like moths to the flame. Have fun starving in my cave with the treasure just out of reach.
Just out of reach. Oh well. Oh my. A little bit of fire there. Good azurite. Hmm. And next. There you go.
This crest matches one of the sockets on the minotaur's barrier. There must be more somewhere in the cave.
So you can get through both of them pretty easily. I've been always stopping in the middle of them and not bothering to. There you go. And not bothering to try to run through it all at once. Wait, there's a lot of bats here. You know, the spider.
The webs that cover the walls of this part of the cave quiver for an instant. Then, a massive spider lunges out of the shadows.
Alright, one massive spider down. I'm not too sure what breaking all of those will do, but might as well clear them out. Now for this way. Oh yeah, it feels. I don't know, because I have gone through here with the barbarian and with the fighter, so I don't know why it feels so strange going through here without any ranged weapons whatsoever. Oh, whoops, oops, 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 oops. There you go. Hey, my first use of a turn undead ability. The snake. So that leaves one more crest. And then we can open up the treasure chest and see what we could do about that minotaur. Alright, let's see. Oh, yeah, that. Oh, yes, of course. It goes like this. See how many of them we can go through. And another one like this. All right. It won't make you go through every single one of these. There you go.
This should be enough crests to fill all of the sockets on the minotaur's barrier.
And then head out this way. How are we doing on that? Don't need much on the way of rest at the moment. Should have no trouble with the minotaur. But just in case, I will push that up. This is... Oh, that's where I've already been. This is where I need to go. Then we could... Actually, let's see. I heard the... You broke enough items to trip over it, so we know that's active. And that's 2 levels of that. Okay, I've got ransack, so I won't have to worry about that anymore. Now, the Minotaur. Wolf socket? Snake socket?
With all three crests neatly fitted into their sockets, the magical barrier fades. The infuriated Minotaur gives a roar of rage and attacks. The Minotaur's bellow is cut short as it collapses. Now the treasure the creature had been guarding is yours for the taking.
This is the first time in a long time where I've actually stood my ground there, because usually I retreat back to the shrine just in case something goes wrong. And that time I actually stood toe to toe with all of that. And candles, that could be useful since cleric. Now let's see, what is this? +3 evasive 1 outfit of resistance. Well, I got better armor with the breastplate I have. I guess that's to be expected. What's this? Scepter of Lightning lore. I have to look over that. It has less. It's weaker than my current weapon on the main damage, but it has. So it's weaker on the main damage, but I have a feeling it has more abilities. But that's 2 of the dungeons down. Let's see if we can find a third one. Before heading out to the third quest, might as well turn in the first 2. You've returned! Yes, I have returned, and I found the treasury. What do I get for that? A level 2 shield. Doesn't look like it's going to be very useful for me. And a dagger of abjuration. Well, I'll take the dagger just in case, but I have a feeling that's not going to be very useful. And also, a heavy crossbow. Oh, sturdy boots of feather fall. Never refuse a feather falling item, unless you already have a more useful one, of course. But while I don't need it all the way for the keep on the Borderlands, have it for later. That's the rule on there. Now, reason I came back, other than the fact that my game crashed since the last exiting out of the last dungeon, that I want to see if there's anything I want to spend these enhancements on. I have the Fade Dark Illusionist thing where I should really bring out my familiar. I didn't think about that. Yes, I have this Fox familiar. Might as well bring that out. Well, what can I do with this Fox familiar? Fade Dark Explorer, +1 spellcraft, move silently and concentration. Let's see. Familiars flourish. While your familiar is by your side, you may use charisma as your weapon's to hit modifier. I think I'll pass on that. Twist reality, offensive illusion reduces enemies' will saves by 1 for 10 seconds. Study the arcane, +3 30 maximum spell points. That could come in handy. And illusionary weapon. You have studied the illusion to the point where you can craft more permanent manifestations of shadow. This grants you the ability to conjure physical shadow blades to wield as weapons, as well as the ability to enchant certain weapons to be powerful. Shadow blades are short swords made of force that can be used your charisma modifier for their attack and damage. So it looks like this is a very, very much a charisma based line in here, so I have to keep that into account. I'll take the spell points then. It never hurts to have a few extra one of those, but certainly don't want the charisma modifier there. Now that that matter's settled, let's go and take care of some bugbears.
As you walk deeper into the cave, you hear deep, guttural voices in the distance.
I guess the bugbears. If I keep on casting these spells on, that's why I decided to opt for those extra spell points. And now for you.
You notice a small iron key in the corner of the room.
As if you're going to miss that spot roll. I don't think I've had any character miss that spot roll, so it must be one of those trivial spot rolls just to help you learn what a spot roll is.
The stout iron lock on this door looks as though it would be impossible to pick. The iron lock creaks as it opens. You hear hurried footsteps approaching.
Ah, oh, oh, ouch. Hey, stop that! And now for you. Whew. All right, another lock here.
The image of a small silver key is embossed on this surprisingly well-crafted lock.
Surprising.
The smell of meat cooking wafts tantalizingly down the corridor.
Let's hit that. And this thing gives me... Favorites would provide you +5 universal and 4 spell power. Okay. And now for you.
You notice the glint of silver in the far corner of this chamber. As the first lever is pulled, the crystal above it flares into life.
Actually, I probably should also look into on those enhancements that I was getting. I should also check the shifter enhancements. +1 rage for rest. Yeah, that one I forgot already. Select ability score to boost. Brute fighting. So there are a couple of ones I should also investigate into there on top of the illusion tree. Now, I'm probably not going with an optimal build on that matter. And, oh, I should maybe pick up the silver key before coming here. That's what I get for yabbering, I guess. There you go. Pick up silver key. Now, open door. And that will be right here.
As the silver lock clicks open, you hear the muffled voices of bugbears ahead.
Oh, what a shock! Now, unfortunately, these spells don't last very long because I'm still very low level. I presume they last longer when you get up to a better level. And there you go. Of course, deal with those, deal with that.
As the second lever is pulled, you can hear the rumble of the sealed door sliding open.
I think I've had characters
As
that
the door opens, you see several humans in chains crouching against the walls.
I've had several characters that actually needed that shrine. I don't think I'm in much of a problem right now on that matter. Maybe topping off slightly will help. So it will be nice to get a decent weapon at some point. Highly unlikely I'm going to make this search roll. I didn't think so. A rogue or a artificer will have a much better ability.
Humans dressed in rags flinch away from the door as you open it.
There you go, there you go. There you go, and there you go. Alright, that takes care of the slaves. Now I just need to find the chieftain, and we will be done with this lot. I guess the next group is right because this is now open. Might as well boost that up, be it full. Oh boy. I must have a lousy balance skill on this character. What's my balance? Now, balance is not a 0. Yeah. Oh, concentration 7. 3 heal. Everything else is. What is int a dump stat on this? That's what I get for taking the default int 6. Good
As you
grief.
open the door, a massive bugbear growls and attacks.
So,
As the chieftain dies,
bad
you notice
charisma,
a small ornate key on the table in the far corner of the room.
bad charisma, bad intelligence. Better have good wisdom because I'm a cleric. Wisdom, strength, and con. They're my 3 good ones. The rest of them, well, dex is decent. And the rest are.
The door to the treasury opens with a satisfying click.
Satisfying. And I'm pretty sure I won't be able to open up the second chest.
The large rusty lock on this chest looks like it could be picked.
Now, why did they add so many breakables in this room? I guess just for decoration. Nimble wrists. Actually, nice for the saving throws. So I guess I will wear it for that. I don't think I've got anything else on the wrists anyway. Take care of that. This is. Well, I don't need the docent. I could just sell that at some point. And that is it for this episode. We have managed to take care of 3 of our dungeons here in Keep of the Borderlands. There are 7 of them that are at level 1, and then you have the finale at level 2. Maybe I could get through. Is it possible to get through all 4 in the next episode? We'll have to see when we return to the next episode of Piney Plays The Shifter.